All right, got everyone ready to roll? All right, guys. I'll just go through a couple items here at the front end, and then we'll kind of go from there. It's a good start. All right. Medically, obviously, we have a few items there. The two guys that will be listed as out for our game is Trevor Penny and Chase Young, and then questionable will be Jordan Howden. So, we'll navigate that through the remainder of this next couple days, but. We'll be fine there, and we're excited about some other guys that'll have some opportunities as we go. And so, good Friday. I thought our guys did a really good job at practice. It was a fast Friday. I love the energy that they brought, and so it feels like we're opportunity. And with that being said, I think one thing I just want to hit was, tonight's a Friday Night Lights opportunity, I think, in the state of Louisiana. A lot of high school teams playing for the first time this week. Everyone knows my background. The Prosser Mustangs in Washington will be playing the Freda Tigers. And so, it's a fun night. And I think for everyone around football, obviously, this begins this fun weekend where you get high school football on Friday, college on Saturday, and then obviously the NFL on Sunday. And so everyone's excited. Football's here, and we're ready to roll.
When it comes to Chase being out and Trevor being out, have you already decided sort of how you're going to shift things around roster-wise in order to be able to accommodate for that?
Yeah, we'll have to make a little adjustment probably tomorrow, and so we'll navigate that as we go through this process. But obviously, we feel like we've invested a lot of time in a lot of these guys. We got some depth up there. Grando, obviously Cam, those guys are ready to roll, and we'll be fine.
What have you seen from Dylan Radens over the course of this offseason, preseason, and everything?
Dylan's just done an awesome job of just taking advantage of each opportunity. And, early in camp, he was kind of moving all over the place and just kind of trying to find his opportunity wherever it may present itself. And obviously this left guard spot, once Trevor got hurt, he pounced on the opportunity. And so I think he's just been a really steady player. He's played really well. And so he's put himself in a really good position to have a great Sunday.
So Monte won't have a game day designation?
No.
With Chase, what's kind of the update there, and how is he managing?
Yes. He's doing everything he can.
How was it been for you just going through this process with Spencer and getting his feedback on what he likes, what he doesn't like, and
leading up to the game, the next really 48 hours will be the part that we really focus in on exactly what we're doing on Sunday, narrow the focus really, really well. And so, I'm excited with how he's prepared himself all week, and so he'll put himself in a great spot.
how important is it just to have honesty in that, from his side, and him not being maybe afraid to tell you what he doesn't like, as opposed to a player's instinct is yes, coach, just to make sure that.
Absolutely. We got to have real clean and open dialogue. I think that's really, really important, certainly from the quarterback position. I think for all players, I think the communication we have over the next 48 hours and then through game day is really, really critical. The offensive line communication, the running back communication, everyone needs to communicate at a really high level. Like we said, adjustments are going to occur in a week 1 game. It's going to happen. We got some really, really good players, I think, that can communicate at a high level and put ourselves in a really good position.
The NFL put a big emphasis on sportsmanlike conduct penalties this offseason. Given the events of last night's game, is that something you re-emphasize to your players the next few days?
We went through a bunch of football and situational stuff today in the team meeting, and that was certainly one of the things that we had to address. And, it's just, whatever our opinions are irrelevant at this point. There's a couple penalties and situations even from last night that obviously can be really good teaching moments for us.
Where are you going to store a ring that's about this big, the Eagles ring?
Yeah, it's a good size. I don't even know where it is right now, but we got it this summer. So.
Was it cool for you to watch the banner go up last night?
I did not see the banner moment. I saw most of the game. I thought it was a great game. It was really fun to see NFL football at its finest, and I thought both teams played really well, and it was just a really good game for us to watch. And for our team, we saw a bunch of teaching opportunities that we were able to hit today during the team meeting.
Were you busy at the time of the banner, or did you actively avoid it? Or?
No, we were still meeting.
When it comes to the Cardinals, obviously James Conner is their main back. What's the biggest thing you have to watch for with him in their ground game?
Yeah, it just seems like, as the game goes down, he wears people out, and he's got a really good stiff arm, and once he gets out in space, it's hard to tackle him and bring him down in one-on-one situations. And so it's going to be really important that we rally together, play together. It's really good defense team tackle, vice tackle, all those sorts of things that come up.
What's kind of your process when you are watching another game? Are you taking like notes on everything? Can you just kind of like enjoy it? Like, what is it like?
Yeah, usually, I don't know if I enjoy it the same way most people enjoy it. I think you're always finding teachable moments, whether it's situational football, something that, we need to watch that, or, we need to talk about that, or whether it's a defense or an offense or a special teams play, it's like, we should maybe look into that one. That's pretty much what my phone note tab is just never-ending scrolling list of things that come up in games.
Do you have like go-to guys you like to watch for like just play ideas and stuff like that? Do you have like
We'll go through a process, usually early at the end of each week after the Sunday games. Like watching the league, I think it's important to understand the trends around the league and things that are coming up, because certainly you're going to face them in both sides of the 12 and discovering a missed opportunity.
Say quarterback you guys have to practice.
To work out Tommy, we've obviously put him in the receiver room, as you guys have seen, and so he obviously does have a quarterback background, but he's focused on playing receiver. Transitions are really hard in this league when you go from one position you've played just about most of your life to go into another one. Aspect.
Is there any idea of using him in like a gadgety Taysom type role?
We're in focus is just to let him just play receiver, evaluate that. We know there's other things that he's done in his past. He had a great career at Montana State. He had a ton of success there, leading those guys for a number of years, and so we're excited about the opportunity.
Was he somebody that maybe you guys were in on?
We talked about him. We talked about him through the draft process. He was a very, we were all curious. The transition was kind of a unique thing just because you want to see how that transition is going to go, what position he's going to play. But, we definitely went through the draft process. His name came up. We talked about it. Vegas gave him an opportunity.
What's like your pregame, like on a Sunday, like what's your routine, like before you get to the stadium? Like what's
Nothing crazy. Yeah. Nothing crazy. I mean, wake up. I love that. I'm like, and so other than that, we just get in there and, for me, calling the plays, I kind of go through a little highlighter routine once I get to the dome, just kind of going back through the call sheet, anticipating all the calls and all the situations and kind of playing that out in your mind one more time. And then after that, it's about, just, getting ready for that.
Will it feel different? I mean, you've been in football games your whole life. This is your first time as the head coach. Like, does that kind of resonate at all, or do you just kind of have to?
It'll be fun. It'll obviously be fun. I mean, we did 3 preseason games there, so we've had 3 trial runs at this thing, and so I think everyone's ready to go, and it'll be fun.
Is that sort of highlighter routine something you do on your own, or is that like, does Brandon take part in that as well?
It's just myself, and then we'll go through some, offense, defense, special teams items that we just want to hit one more time.
is the family pretty excited though about your first game?
Yeah, they'll be excited. They'll have a ton of fun, and I know they're looking forward to it. And from the Who Dat chant to the crowd to the energy in that place, I think our family's really excited to experience it.
Your dad gonna be there?
Yeah.
Kellen, you say y'all had the 3 preseason games, but this one, does it feel any different to you?
Obviously, you put a whole week's prep into this thing, and so the big thing for all of our players we spent all week is let Sunday get here. Sunday will get here. You got to have a really good week. You got to focus on each day, get better. Wednesdays and Thursday practices aren't easy. It's not this. It's hard. You got to work through that, and then Friday you have a quicker practice. You got to play fast, but then you got to get ready to go on Sundays, and so our guys are excited.
With Chase out, is Cam still a guy that can handle 50-ish snaps in his career? Or is that?
I certainly think he's still got that potential. Yeah, absolutely. I think he's had a really good camp, and you can just see, for him as he's ramped up through this whole training camp, you can see, how well he's been playing towards the back end of this thing, and he's in a great position to have a really good start to this season.
How valuable do you expect it to be, or how valuable is it rather to be expecting Alontae Taylor back on the field?
Yeah. Alontae, we've talked a lot about him through this whole offseason. I think he's just had a phenomenal camp and had an unfortunate injury that popped up, while we were in California. And outside of that, it's just been a really impressive process for him. He's done a nice job, and he's putting us in a position to, have great success. And I think his versatility, he did an awesome job this week. He hopped in there and just did a great job all week.
You've spoken a lot about the kind of energy that he brings as well. Is that particularly valuable in an opening, game like that?
No doubt, no doubt. I think, anytime we see Alante out there, we know he got a heck of a chance.
I know you wouldn't have evaluated Duran when he was coming out of the draft, but maybe when he was a free agent one time, but I mean, do you have an appreciation of his career at all?
I mean, hey, this is what our goal and aspirations are at this place is, we talk a lot about certain positions. Offensive line and defensive line is where it's at. And I'm a quarterback guy, and I love throwing the football and doing all this sort of stuff. But the standard they set, at the offensive line for so many years here with all the, great history that this place has, it was a special group. And it was special because it was run, inside out and led by those guys. And so, we're trying to emulate that, as we build this thing right now.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.